Hey, what is going on, you all? What is going on? So, I am Monica. Thank you for joining me. Today, we have a great 15-minute quick workout to assist, just with strengthening and all that great stuff. So, we're just going to do a light little warm up, as you can see that I'm doing here. Just some nice forward folds and a rolling of the spine, rolling the shoulders back, and of course, having the head to be last to come up. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell to be informed when all the new videos, and of course, keep embracing that I can do it attitude and all of that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. Be sure to inhale and exhale through your session today and take your time. Take your breaks when you need to, and then, of course, come back in when you feel good and confident. Okay, so now we're going to get into the salutation. Nice upward dog. Inhale, you're going to roll your hips back up to meet in down dog, and heels is going to come back towards the mat. You're going to push through the palms, glaze into your belly button, your toes, your shins. You're going to walk your feet up to meet your palms in that forward fold, and just simply roll that spine back up. And then we're going to do it all again. Inhaling, exhaling as you're reaching down. Inhale as you step back into that plank, a nice straight spine. Bring the belly down towards the mat. Try to keep the elbows in close to push through the palms to come up in that nice upward dog. Okay, and as you inhale, bring the hips up to the ceiling. Exhaling upon release to come back into that downward dog, and then just walk on back up. So I would like for you all to set your intentions, right? Whatever your intentions may be, whether it's to finish the mini workout, to watch your posture, your breath, try a new challenge, right? Just make it something that you are, focusing on throughout your session for today. Okay? As you inhale, hips come back up to the ceiling, nice down dog. You can pedal those legs here if you like. Try to get that upper body to come down to the mat. That's our goal here. Walk our palms up. Roll the spine. Roll the shoulders. Head will be last to approach. Okay, so hopefully you are nice and a little warm. We're going to go ahead and get started inside of our segment. Remember, I can do it attitude. We're going to start off in our warrior two. Remember to take your time and breathe. And so I'm going to inhale. I'm going to bring my palms up, and I'm going to step my left foot back in about a 45-degree angle while my right knee is about 90 degrees. Knee is aligned with my ankle, palms facing down, shoulders are pushed from my ears. I'm pushing my hips to stay forward, and my core is engaged. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and soak into that warrior two. When you want to get deeper, you just move the left leg back further. We're going to reverse it. So you're going to bring that left palm to meet that left hamstring while the right comes up overhead. Reaching, bringing the palms to face down. And then as you inhale, exhale, upon release, you're going to come back in that warrior two, keeping that strength on the heels of that feet. As you inhale, come back. We're going to do a wide forward fold. Bring the palms down to the middle of the mat. Bringing the chin into the chest. As you inhale, roll it up. We're going to bring it out to do the opposite side. So this time, that right knee is bent while that left foot is in that 45-degree angle. Palms facing down. I'm going to inhale, exhale. Now we're going to go upon that release. Try to look up to the ceiling. Imagine that arm is being pulled as you're reaching it back. Release the shoulders from the ears. As you inhale, come back into that warrior two. Palms facing down. Shoulders push away from the ears. We're going to inhale, come back up into that wide forward fold, and come back down to meet the middle of the mat. Still pushing those shoulders away from the ears. Roll up, Take your time. Bring the palms up. As we inhale, exhale, come back into that warrior two. We're going to start from the beginning. Each time, allow yourself to maybe get a little deeper in that warrior two and challenge yourself a little more. Remember that you are capable of all things, and you should not allow limits to stop you from pushing through those barriers and borders that, society try to create for us. Come back inside that warrior two, palms still facing down. You want to kind of imagine that you're pushing down on something. So now we're going to rotate into a lunge stance, and we're going to come into our flying pose. You're going to inhale. You're going to shift the weight up on that right foot while you bring that left foot behind you, nice and pointed. Try to keep the hips nice and neutral, and imagine that your shoulders are being pushed back while you're also trying to push something while they're pushing you. So as you release, you want to inhale, dip that knee to bring that left leg back. Bring your palms on your hips. And when you're ready, you're going to come back into that nice wide forward fold. Come back down to meet the mat. Okay, take your time. Breathe in and breathing out. As you inhale, rolling back up, coming to do the opposite side. Remember, treat each side with the same attention. One side is always a little more challenging than the other. That's just how the body is. It's a great opportunity to see, where you put all your weight. Just inhale, exhale, reverse it. Try to look up to the ceiling. Also get the neck stretch in there. Inhale, exhale, release. Coming into that warrior two. Try to keep that knee aligned with that ankle as much as possible. As you rotate into that lunge, coming into that flying, you're going to inhale and shift the weight to the heel of that right foot. As you bring that left foot nice and pointed behind you. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm so close to this wall. Breathing in and breathing out. And then upon release, you're going to inhale as you bend that right knee, then you drop the left foot back into that lunge. Remember to try to shift those hips forward in your lunges. Come back, nice fold. Come down, reach. Then you're going to just walk your palms over to the left side, come and back into that downward dog. Come into the tabletop to be in a nice child's pose. Take a moment, breathe. All right, from our child's pose, we're going to go ahead and get into some hips. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my left foot out, nice and pointed, keeping my wrists aligned with my shoulders. And as I inhale and as I exhale, I'm going to bring that over to the right side, keeping my leg nice and straight. Then as I'm ready, I'm going to inhale, then my left is going to come across my chest. And I'm going to inhale, I'm just going to rotate my body out like a flying. Then I'm going to rotate back with a straight leg. Try to keep that leg to match the hip. And then we're going to go ahead and try the opposite side. Doing that same motion. Inhaling and exhaling. Opening the chest. Opening the shoulders. Space, heart space. All those beautiful things. And come back. Beautiful. Keep it nice and centered. Come back into that nice child's pose. Palms up overhead. Bringing the body down to the chest, to the mat. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, come back up, down dog. We're going to do that process from the beginning. And I just simply brought my right foot up into that lunge so I can do my warrior two. Just bring my arms back out into that T-shaped motion. And then I'm going to go back and do my reverse. Bringing my palms to face down, glazing up towards the ceiling. Still keeping my hips facing, forward. Core is engaged, of course. Come back, warrior two. Exhale upon release, glazing towards the right. Inhale, bring the hands to the hips to rotate. As you balance, get yourself nice and stationary, right? Because you don't want to just leap into things. As you inhale, shift the weight to come up. And here is where I imagine that my leg is being pulled and I'm pushing someone off my shoulders. Like something's pushing my shoulders. I'm trying to push off. Then I'm just going to bring it back into that lunge. Then we're going to bring the palms down to the mat so we can go into that hip motion as I bring out my right foot, right? And then I'm going to bring it over to my left side. Then I'm going to rotate, bringing out the palm across my chest. I'm going to match the leg with the arm. Inhale, allow the upper body to come in first, and then allow the lower body to come in. Try to keep the leg to match the hip as much as possible. Inhale, and then bring it in. And then we're going to come back up into that downward dog. Bring those heels to those mats. And then we're going to go ahead and do the opposite side. You can stay low lunge, right? Or you could come up how I did. Rotate the spine, come on up to come back into the opposite side. Or you can walk the palms over to the left foot and then come up in the lunge that way. We're going to go ahead and reverse it. Exhaling upon release. Don't lose the breath, okay? Just like you try not to lose your mind on things going on in life. As we inhale, come back into that warrior two. As we, just flow the hips, add some movement. Don't be afraid to add some movement. Don't be afraid to get deep either, right? Don't be afraid to get in there. We're going to rotate coming into that lunge, getting our stance and balance together so we can shift the weight onto the heel of that foot as we come up into that flying pose. Palms is facing up behind you. Hips is nice and centered. Glazing up. The more you look down, the more you will fall down. So try not to look down too much. Inhale, bring it in, release. You're going to bring the palms down to the mat, just like we did the opposite side. So we're going to come down to meet in that tabletop motion, bringing that foot back. Right? Cool. Awesome. As you inhale, this time you're going to bring that left foot out, nice and pointed. Rotate it to the opposite side, to the right side this time as you bring the right palm, or left palm, up overhead. Try to keep the hips facing forward and then bring the leg back, of course, matching the hips. And you inhale, we're going to come into a nice child's pose, palms overhead. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back up. We're going to come to our glutes now. You can sit in a crisscross motion, or you could try to stack your knees or come as close as you can. If you have blocks, you can place blocks under your knees. We're going to bring the palms up overhead. Then we're going to bring them out, down to the side, pointing our fingers down to the mat, pushing the shoulders away from the ears. Then we just want to rotate over to the left here. You just want to bring your left arm behind you, your right in front of you. Then we just want to rotate to the opposite side. Try to remove the shoulders from the ears. Bring it back. We're going to switch legs as we stretch in one hip. So we're going to go ahead and stretch the other side, especially if it's stacked. Then we're going to do that same motion over again. Bring the palms up. And then as we exhale, bring them down to the sides. Shoulders removed from the ears, of course. Nice straight spine. Then we're going to rotate to the left. Then we're going to rotate to the right. Then we're going to go ahead and come back. Just shake it out. We're going to come and meet on our glutes. And then we're just going to drop our knees over to the left. Using our palms behind us to keep our chest pushed up. And of course, still working to keep the core engaged and shoulders pushed from those ears. This is your time to wind down and Appreciate all the hard work you've done. Then we're going to do the opposite side. This is great for your lower back. We have those lower back, things going on trying to keep you stuck. This is great to help release that tension there. Nice. Then we just want to come down, and you can just lay, bring your knees in. You can rock side to side, massage your back. Bring the feet up to meet the ceiling. Flexing the toes, bringing them in towards you. Beautiful. And here is where you can enjoy what we call Savasana. Savasana, where you just bring your palms and have one palm on your heart space, one on your belly, and just appreciate the hard work that you've done. Just take some inhales to the nose, exhales to the mouth. All right, and that's it, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, keep it that. That's it.